our Bhagavad Gita class that usually meets upstairs. So as we expected more people, we are having it downstairs. So this is about an hour long. About 10:30 we will finish, and then give Swamiji a little break. And then the public lecture would be at 11 o'clock. So for our Bhagavad Gita class, we will do our usual format. Let's chant our invocation. Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Lord protect us. May the Lord be pleased with us. May we work together with strength. May we be filled with divine energy. May there be no dislike among us. Peace be unto us and unto all beings. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidussura suraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Hari Om. We are extremely fortunate to have Swami Sarvadevananda visiting us today. He was in Kentucky this past weekend, and we due to some quick thinking by Rekha and our work, we have Swamiji here with us today. Swami Sarvadevananda is with the Vedanta Society of Southern California, and situated in Hollywood, and of course there are many other centers that he is in charge of. Swamiji has had a very long and very impactful association with the Sri Ramakrishna Mission. He started with the Belur Mutt in 1965. Even before that, he grew up close to the Mutt anyway. So he has had a lifelong association with the organization, and through his services in India, he of course was focused a lot on the educational services of the mission, especially reaching out to create educational opportunity for downtrodden people in the rural areas. He did phenomenal work in that regard, and he has been in the U.S. Since 1993, I believe, and in California. And not only is he been teaching there, but he's also been going traveling around the U.S. and spreading the message of Vedanta to many aspirant groups like ours, and also particularly to many student groups in various universities and centers. So we are extremely fortunate that Swamiji is spending the day with us here today. Today, since for this Bhagavad Gita class, he has chosen the topic of essence of Gita in everyday life. And that's what he will talk about. So we will go on till about 10:30 and then close. Swamiji, we've been studying the Bhagavad Gita for almost one chapter per year. And so we are at the closing 18th chapter. We just have the last 3 or 4 verses left. So this is a very opportune time that you are here to talk to us about the essence of Bhagavad Gita and especially its implementation in everyday life. Thank you, Swami.
Om Vasudeva Shutam Devam Kamsacharuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. I'm very happy to be with you this morning, and the topic is great to see that a group is studying the Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of Indian spiritual tradition and culture. It is said that Gita is the cream of the Upanishads, and Upanishads are the revelations in the heart of the saints and sages. They realize the ultimate truth, and that means that in a nutshell all the Upanishadic teaching that is then compacted in the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is actually a life force for spiritual beings who want to saturate their life in the way to improve their character and ultimately reach the goal of human life as God realization. And we find that Gita started in a very difficult situation. The way Gita does not teach us in a contemplative room, in a cave. It does not start it there. It is not that a yogi is sitting in meditation and disciples are in a calm, Himalayan, peaceful state, giving the message, oh, contemplating. But it was the most active position of life and threatening condition of life. Life and death question. The battlefield of war. And we are also, in our humble way, in our indeed, we all live in the battlefield. Every day's challenges, every day's problems, interpersonal relations, peace destroyed, in religious denomination, the difference between the religious ideas and theories, and also how to keep the peace and balance in the hectic lifestyle of ours is a big problem. And there we sometimes want to fly away. Some good people will say, well, I am going into the trouble. But Gita is something which brings strength and power into each personality and gives courage to face the challenges of life. Don't run it. There is a story you know. Swami Vivekananda was one time walking in Vedanta city, and he was moving, and suddenly a big monkey started chasing, and big monkey chasing a monk who was nothing in his hand, and then seeing that he was running, and suddenly, and the monkey is chasing also, and as the monkey was chasing, he is also running, and the big troublesome situation. Suddenly he heard a voice, Roja! Stand up! He got back his words. He turned back towards the monkey like this, as his grand posture, and what happened? The monkey looked at him for a few minutes and put down the earth and ran. So here is the great teaching, Swamiji, that's why I said, arise, awake, stop now, till all is lost. Life will bring us challenges. If there is no challenge, then what is called life? Everything will be smooth. And smooth days we don't think of God. We think more when we are in trouble. And we struggle first to get over it. And when I cannot, then I get sad. So Gita gives all these teachings. That first of all, it was a war declared. Both parties declared the one of who? Or Duryodhana already, who is there? He does not want to do anything without war. Say Bhagavan Krishna tried 100 times to negotiate, give the justified thing to the Arjuna. Even he asked, okay, after last negotiation, give 5 villages. No, I won't give. But the little bit of mud on earth which holds the tip of the needle without war. And that happened. And army is on both sides. See, life's journey, army is both sides, but to fight and then played the bugle, war started, and then Arjuna also responded. That's the challenge. You have to face. Guess what can you do? Under certain circumstances, to face this. Try to avoid. But it is compelling. So, you have to go through it. And then what happened? Seeing the area of boundaries and seeing whom we have to fight. They thought, my God, I want to fight with them. What's the purpose of life? And then Arjuna started to say, you Krishna, why shall I fight? They are my own people, my cousin, my guru, the guru of archery, my Pitama Vishwa. And how can I fight with them? And in the stained blood, I will be enjoying the kingdom? I don't care. I want to be a one and a monk. Rather, I will live that life and I avoid this. So that was the inner feeling, and he gave justification for that. But Sri Krishna said, that is not so. Sadharmi nidhanam seyo paradharma bhayavaha. He says, yes, you have a dharma. You are born Kshatriya. You are born to do good to the society by your strength and valor, so that the good people will be living in the society with power, energy and strength. No? If you fly away that, the dharma will grow in the society. Not only that, it is not fair to accept defeat in this situation now. So in our life, when challenges are coming, this is our life struggle, we face who troubles you most? Your own family members. Your most fight starts even with the husband and wife. That's the most good, noble relationship. It starts there also. But how to handle that and how to face that, the Gita gives us the lesson. And all the 18 chapters, the Gita is suggesting us to yoga, unite. Gita is the Upanishads, Gita, Upanishads. What is the Upanishad? What is the Gita's teaching? Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra. It is Brahma Vidya. The Vidya, the wisdom, the knowledge of Brahman. When we know our divine nature, and when we know this body is transient, all these things will perish in time, then what to hold on? Rather fight for justice. And the body, when it goes for a good cause. And realize what is the Brahman nature. So that is the main theme of the whole Gita. And it forces us to be in the situation of life, at the same time face the challenges and keep the mind cool. When it started, then we find that what first thing came was that Gita started when we use our intellect, understand in our way. Bhagavan Krishna didn't start his message. He started his message when Arjuna said, "You're so long talking like a friend to friend." But when he said, it started there, Karpanna doso apahata svabhavo vichami tvam dharma sanmura cheta jat sreyoshat duhitam me shishvasteyaham sadhiman tvam prapannam. I am your shishya. I am a disciple. I am not a friend. Friend was talking to a friend, arguing in a friendly way. But now you have to bow down. I am your shishya, shishya, and I am dharma sanmura cheta. My mind is sanmura. It's all deluded mind about dharma. about righteousness, what to do in life's critical condition. What am I to do? What not to do? I am confused with this type of thing. And so, you please guide me. I beg your blessings. And I have the courage and strength, but I am a kripana. I am a miser. As miser people have money, but don't know how to use it. So we have our energy, infinite potentiality. We do not know how to use it, and we become victim of conditions and situations. So I am dharmo sangura cheta, jat sreyo, what is good, tanme bruhi tanme. Please tell me. And then Sri Bhagavan started responding to his question. And in this utmost depression, it is a despondency. The chapter is called Vishada Yoga. This is very important in our struggling life situation. When we become Vishana, despondent, frustrated, I do not know what to do. To find some ways and means, running this way, that way. And that moment we get some insight. We take surrender to God. When good days come, then who needs God? When everything is going on well, home front is okay, business front is okay, my friend circle is okay, I don't think of God. I don't need God that much. But when something happens difficult and troublesome, then we like to solve the problem by ourselves. And when we don't find any means and ways, then we surrender. We surrender to holy people, we surrender to God. So here, in this Arjuna's situation is very deep and dense. So that's why, at that point, he needed some high-dose medicine. The doctors know when the case is very severe, they give very strong dose. And then homeopathy will not do, or Ayurveda will not do. There needs some dissection, there needs some operation. So drastic step, strong medicine, strong antibiotic, like that. No? So here we find the very first statement of Bhagavad Gita starts in the second chapter, giving the pinnacle of Indian spiritual ideal, the top ideal, high dose medicine, Brahmagyan, Sthita Prajna. And what is the state? How can you keep your mind prajna, your wisdom sthita? Sthita means stable. It is here. It doesn't bump like that. Our mind and emotion is always bumping like that. Little happy, little unhappiness. Getting something good, I get excited, and if which is not what I want, I don't get it, and I get depressed. Someone says a few words, and I feel bad. Why I cry? Worthless, powerless, victims of circumstances. But how to keep the peace of heart, where the joy will prevail and your wisdom will be established in truth. You feel, what? Why I am caring about these petty, minor things? I am more than that. I am infinite. I am birthless, I am deathless. Yes, no? So he says, the question is that, what is the ideal condition? Dukkeshu anudvigna mana Shukeshu vigata spriya Vito raga bhayakroda Sthitadhir munirachat. Be sthitadhi. Try to learn how to keep your mind in stable. Your wisdom, dhi means buddhi, stable. Buddhi should not be wavering, and the buddhi will not destroy your peace. Be a balanced person. And how you balance? Dukkeshu anudvigna mana. When suffering, when problems come, and we are victims of those situations, no udvigna, not agitated, not tense. We are all our major problem, anxiety problem. What will happen? Oh, this office, tomorrow something is going on. What will happen? Face the challenge and say, whatever happen, I go. If it does not happen, I do something else. We live in the fear of the future. We live with the fear of the past. We never live in the present moment. So here it is said, face the challenge. What will happen? You will have to change. So I give the example. Suppose we are driving and everyone does mistake. Either your mistake or someone's mistake, accident happens. A car crashed. Because the car has crashed, will you give up your driving? Will you not drive anymore? Will you then remain in your home? Okay, by chance, again some crash happens. Yes, if it happens, it will happen, we'll face it. Be careful. And then move on in the life. Life should not be stagnant. Life should be mobile. And that's why Dukkheshu Anudvigna Cheta. And Sukheshu Vigata Spriha. Spriha means lalus, desire, taste. I want it. For who? Sukha. That means Sukha comes in life, happiness comes. Okay, God has sent it, I enjoy it, finish it. If we have to hold on, anything we try to hold on, that brings suffering. And whole Gita's lesson, how to let go, how to detach, live in the life, but how to detach. That is the major lesson of the Bhagavad Gita. Ramakrishna's example, Ramakrishna said, you say Gita. What is the essence of the Bhagavad Gita? You say Gita, 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 Gita. It turns into Tagi. Tagi means Tadhatu Bham. Tyago. Tag and Tyago means the same. Tyago means renounce, detach. A person is crying, holding a tree. Oh, who is there? Please help me to get out of this. Why? Take out your hands. No one has bound you. You give value to the object, then it becomes valuable. You give somebody has commented, oh, he's a crazy guy. Okay. If I hear, immediately what? Who are fighting and feasting. People say, oh, no, what does it means? Oh, what do you know about it? Why you give value to it? Just give up, and you are free. But if you give value to that, why he said that? Why are you giving value to that? You give value, that is become valuable. You don't give value, it is not valuable. So Vedanta's feeling is that be intelligent, live in life, but live with freedom. Freedom is the song of the soul. We bind ourselves when we say that I am bound, please help me. It is said, there is a music song. That song says, Acho anale onile, chironavonile, budaro sholile gahone, Acho vito piratai, jalo derogai, shoshitaro gai tapone, Ami nayone basono badia, আধারে মরি গো খুঁজিয়া আমি দেখি নাই কিছু বুঝি নাই কিছু তাও যে দেখায় বুঝায় অদিন মর্ম মুছায়. It's a prayer. Oh Lord, you are everywhere. You are in the fire. Ashonale, onile, in the air, cool breeze touches. It is you are here in the form of breeze. Onile, Chironavunile, the beautiful blue sky. Chironavunile, Budare, on the ground I am walking, you are there. Budare, Solile, in the waters, in the ocean, in the rivers. Gahone, in the deep forest. Acho Vitopi Lata, in the big giant trees, you are there. Lata, in the creepers, you are there. Acho Vitopi Lata, Joloderogai, in the cloud. This cloud, you are there in the cloud. Acho, Vitopilatai, Joloderogai, Shoshi, moon, sun, the stars, Shoshi Tarokai. And what has happened? I have taken a cloth and have tied my leg this. And then I started crying. Nayone Vashono Badiya Adhare morigo kadiya. I am in darkness. I don't see anything. And then I cry, Thou he Dakai. Who is there in the world? Come and help me to take out my bondage. Arey, you are putting your bondage and you are closing your eyes and you are saying, Come, who will help? That is the Gita's message. Take out your bondage. You are all powerful. That's the Vedanta what Swami Vivekananda gave it to the whole world. The Gita's message. You weak, you feel you are weak. Strong, you feel you are strong. The new is divine. The new is infinite. So, this is the message of Bhagavad Gita. That's why it is said that if you be your peaceful state, then you ought to learn how to detach. Live in the life. Detach does not mean become a monk. You are reading 18th chapter. The very first 2-3 verses, what does it say? What is called Tyaga? What is called Sannyasa? What is Tyaga? Sannyasa. Oh, yeah, I'm a sannyasa. Sannyasa means what? All karma is bad, give up. Go and live a life. And what is Tyaga? It is the detachment. You do all karma, but don't hang on to the result of the karma. The result will come. Whatever comes, comes. But you should not hang on. If you can sarva karma phala tyagam, tyagam iti pahu vichakshan. Vichakshan people, the expert people, they tell us that if you can do your work with full concentration, with full attachment as it were, with full attention, perfection, and doing that, whatever comes, be detached. Good comes, okay. I tried my best. Bad comes, that's also okay. I did my best. Why I shall lose my balance? Keep your integrity in that strength. We do work like a slave, and then we hang on to the result. If it does not cry, we cry and weep and we could give up our sleepless nights. Sleepless, we spend our tension and anxiety. Why can we not be free? Gita suggests that you should not do what does not mean what I am saying. Don't think of the result. It is a very confusing word. You have to understand very clearly. It is not talking to a person, an irresponsible person. A person who is very talented, very intelligent, very concentrated, very focused. For him it has been said that you do your best, focus your mind, try to accomplish the goal, the destination. With that goal you make your all progress. But after that, just let go. Learn how to let go. In the Gita it is said, for any success in any field of our life, 5 factors are necessary. Panchemani Mahabahu Karanani Nibodhani. Oh, Arjuna, no. 5 factors are necessary for accomplishing anything most perfectly. What are the 5 factors? Udhishtanam Tatha Karta. Udhishtan means this body. You need a good body, strong body. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, muscles of iron and nerves of steel. A little someone says, I start crying. Steel, that is not breakable easily. It is not so fragile. Your emotions. Yes, stronger emotion, but it is not fragile. So, first point, Adhisthana, you need a strong body and mind, no? Adhisthana, Tatha Karta. You have the ego, I will accomplish this, I will do this, this is my goal, I'll reach it. Ahankar, that do good ahankar. Adhisthana, Tatha Karta. Karanam cha prithak vidam. You utilize your eyes, hand, feet, your brain, your emotion, your intellect, all the way to accomplish the goal. Third point. Karanancha prithak vidam. Karana means instrument. Use diverse types of instrumentality. Your own physical body, eyes, ear, hand, feet, brain, intellect, all those, as also the tools. In your lab, you are doing something, or anywhere, all the tools and machinery is necessary. Utilize all of them. And you try this way, if you don't get success, try another way. Vividhascha prithak chesta. Prithak means separate. You tried this way to accomplish the goal, you didn't reach it, make another fresh attempt to reach the goal in another way. There is no escapism. Gita does not allow us to be escapist. Gita has no place for weak people. Those who cannot do anything, okay, read Gita. There is a statement. It is said that this boy cannot do good results in the school, or he cannot get accomplished. Then let him go to become a monk. Monk is not that. Monk should be bright, brilliant, intelligent, understanding, capable of doing everything. You have something, then give up. What will you give up? Beggar cannot give up anything, no? What is the difference between, we are all beggars. Monks are beggars. But there is a distinction between beggar and a monk. Beggar is, under the circumstances, a beggar. But monk is a beggar by choice. I don't want anything, I want God. So that's a greater strength. So here, vividhascha prithak chesta, you attempt in many ways, and that means you have exhausted your whole energy, whole capacity from the beginning point. You have a good body, good mind and intellect and instruments. You try to get a success this way, you fail, try another way, and last but one, I have done this part. Now come Daivam Chayeva Panchamam. Just give it to God. Or Daivam. Let whatever happens, by God's will, providence, I accept it. I cannot do any more. So this is the karma idea. So we should have to think, then we do work and we cry and weep every day. We come back and we cannot sleep well night time. Because most of our problem is what? Tension, anxiety problem, tension problem, and jealousy. Why jealousy? I do my best. Why should I be jealous about other? Can I not do my best performance? Suppose in your office, if you do in this way, not thinking of anything, I am to accomplish this, I am using my whole talent, energy and force, and whatever comes, I accept. Can you not come back with a cool mind and sleep well? Can you not come back to left the things there itself? I will start tomorrow again. Why I bring back all the garbage from there and lose, and that goes to the family also. You come back with the irritated mind and then you give it to the family. Family gets irritated and this and that. It's one chain reaction going from one to the other. So this is the purpose of our karma yoga idea, that you do all this work with this perfection. But ultimately, you have to give it to the divine providence, or you call by nature whatever comes, I accept. Don't hang on to the result. I am thinking, I thought that it will give me good result. It didn't give. What's there? Am I dead? I'll try another job, another thing. Be always bold. That is the Gita, challenge of daily life. And keep your mind. You are not petty, this body-mind person. This body, this mind is only one speck of your personality. Normally we describe ourselves what? Who are you? Naturally I say, I am such and such. Who are you? Mr. Such and such. And how? Oh, I am 5'4", I am at this much, 165 pounds, this pound. If you are describing you, that is you. Then what was you when you were 10 years old? Your name may be the same, but you don't look as you are looking now. So which you are talking about? This you or 10 years old you? Or 20 years old you? So that's why Gita gives the idea. These are changing things. In the mass of changes, he who sees the unchanging. That is to be found out that unchanging is your consciousness. I am that consciousness, witness. I observe all the activities of my body and mind. I observe all the activities of my dream. I observe even when I go to sleep. That I am the eternal observer. That's called the Sakshi. And Chaitana, it is only Chit, it is the consciousness. That is the eternal consciousness. That consciousness reflects to the different levels, to the body, mind, emotion, intellect, and everything gets lighted. So, Gita suggests that try to know your divine nature. That's why in the second chapter, Bhagavan talked about the sthita prajna. It's how to achieve it and what is the characteristics of this, where the main teaching should be tyaga, detachment. Work well in life, face the challenges, do your best. Lastly, doing that, say, "Oh Lord, it is yours." That means what you are saying, when you are saying, "Oh Lord, it is yours," you are just taking hands off, not holding it and crying, "Ha ha, come and help me to get out." You are holding, you take out your hand and give it to the divine. Or you can believe that I try, I accept. If you don't believe in God, then you say, whatever happens, I accept it. Have the courage to say. So this is Gita's teachings, that how we can live in life, face all these troubles of life, at the same time keep in peace, and all problems can come in because I am craving for something and trying to hold on. Craving is not bad, desire is not bad, but holding on to that is the only problem which brings us suffering after suffering after suffering. It happens, and even if you succeed in one place, what happens? You get momentary excitement. That does not stay, that does not give you eternal freedom. We'll have to find out our real nature. And that nature is the divine nature. And what is that? Gita says in different ways. He says that Manmana Bhavamad Bhatta Madhyaji Man Namaskuru Mame Vaishyashi. If you follow this way, you keep your mind in me, you keep your all adoration and prayers to me, and by that way, Mame Vaishyashi, you will attain me, my divine nature. And that will be free from your own bonds. No? And another way is Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarva Bhavena Bharata Tat Prasadat Param Shanti Shashati Shanti Prapsasi Shashati. So you Tameva Sharanam Gaccha, that divine entity. If you don't think that you are a dualist, think that God who is all pervaded, by whose will the sun, moon, stars, galaxies has come. 11th chapter shows that it has come from me only in my cosmic body. See the sun, moon, stars, you are frightened about killing these people. Who are they? They are only little specks in the dust, footprints in my teeth. Is it not? Big warriors, they are nothing. That cosmic eye, and I hold everything. In me is everything. He who sees in me everything, and in everything me. What a beautiful idea. He who sees in me, in God, everything, and in everything God. Transcendental and immanent aspect, both aspects. One who sees God in everything immanent, and one who sees who is transcendent in both ways, and that person is free from all dangers and difficulties. And he brings this idea, whom you are getting afraid, is it not you? So you are not frightened, you cannot get frightened with yourself. When you see that he is separate from me, then you get fear. Ditya koi, Upanishad says, Ditya koi bhayam mavati. Bhaya, fear, comes when there is somebody else than me. He may hurt me. He may give me a bad time, hard time. But if I am the same, head to toe, I am I. Do I get frightened with my hand or my toes? No, because it is me. And if you know that in every being is that divine who is here, then you see yourself there. Then you cannot hurt anyone. You cannot kill anyone. Your body goes and body comes, no? This body is only a changeable thing. But the Atman which is inside is unchangeable. So that idea if we keep, you cannot hurt it like that. Given the example, my favorite example, the ocean idea. You see the infinite ocean. Infinite ocean is water. And out of the ocean comes all the waves and ripples. We are all waves and ripples. You are one shape and I am another shape. All different in shape and size. But it's made of the same water particle, whether it is a bubble, ripple, foam, wave, bigger wave, below. Everything is only water in different shapes. So there is only one absolute truth, which is called Atman, which is called Brahman, which in love we call Krishna, we call Rama, we call Ramakrishna. No? So if one can hold to that truth, whom to fear? Who will fear? I cannot be frightened with my own image, no? So if every wave is made of water, and if one knows that it is water, and my content and your content is the same, so who will hate whom? Who will be frightened about whom? Where is the struggle of life? Then it's the enjoyment, it's fun and play. So we have to take this philosophy from the Bhagavad Gita. Let me read a few chapters or verses from the second chapter. Only a few minutes are there. So, the very first verse, it says that 55 verse of the second chapter, Bhagavan said, Prajohati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmaneva atmana pushtam. He becomes Gita Prabhu. That person becomes stable and stabilized in the knowledge of Brahman wisdom, who is up from the craving of all the things in the world. Yes, and that will be my second discussion, no? Desire. Craving for things. We always want something. We always want something. Always want something. When you want means what? What you want what is not yours. Isn't it? Suppose in your own room, you have some place you have kept your costly jewelry. Do you night time think, I'll have to steal that, I'll have to grab it? It's yours, you can get any time you like. But if some thief enters, he feels, I need the gold, I can find and grab it. So, Gita Pragya, whose wisdom is steady, he will be not, or she will not be holding on or desiring the cravings of the mind. And he is only satisfied with me. I am in every being. And that's why that our attachment is because of the senses and the sense objects. And when that sense and sense objects become united, then we feel joy or we feel suffering. So, if the senses are withdrawn, senses does not run for the object what I have tasted once, then my all activity will be different. We expect something, we taste one thing once and we find some joy. Then we want to get it second time. Then we want to go third time. And then it becomes a obsession for me. Is that not? Given the good example, the Alcoholic Anonymous group is working to get out of the alcoholic intoxication. Why? They started it, not that he was born with alcoholic drinks or anything. But once started drinking, one day it is good, or don't like but liked, and then second day it gives little mood, so take it second time, third time, fourth time. What happens? Vishaya Indriya touch, and we get into intoxications. And then we become a slave. That's why our scripture says, Bhogana Bhukta, Vayaveva Bhukta. We wanted to enjoy the world. The world enjoys us. The alcohol enjoys me. Or drug enjoys me. I become a victim of the drug. So that bondage is coming. So therefore, be careful not to indulge into those things which makes us slave of the object. We should be free. Why you should be slave of anything? You want to do it like a free person. Full control over it. And that is disputable. If you think of the sense objects, Samgaste Supojayati, you feel attached to it, thinking of the same thing. Ice cream is good, ice cream is good, ice cream is good. 10 times you say, then you go and you find ice cream. And then you take it. And then you continue taking on. Every meal you feel you will searching for, oh, where is the ice cream? No? So we create our attachment. But we can create also detachment, the same way. We have created our attachment for McDonald's food. But cholesterol is going high and all doctors are warning. Then I want to take healthy food. But it is not so easy. But you detach from that unhealthy and attach to the healthy. Gradually, you will be very much fascinated with the healthy world. So it is given, if you think of these sense objects in that manner, not feeling the consequences, it is bringing bad in your life. So what will happen? You will get attached to it. Sangaste Shupajaya. And Sanga, Sanjayata Kama. Because of this association, you will be attached to your desires. And Kama, suppose I want something, and you say no. Then what will happen? I will be resentful. I won't like you. If you say no, what I want, all the children are asking Mom, Mom, give me. And Mom knows that it's not good for them. So Mom will not give. But what is child's reaction? The first he will say, Mom, give me. And then if not, then he will be rolling down in the ground and making feet of it, everything, and I will make it. So, Kama, Krodho, expression of anger, Krodho desire. And Krodha, if anger comes, probably some moment. We do not know what we do, what we say in anger, in the feet of anger. Everyone, we become not human anymore. That time we do not know what we are saying. Is it appropriate? Is it inappropriate? To whom I am saying? Is it right? I should say that. I should restrain myself. No sense. Because karma, desire, and obstructed desire, you stand in my way, you stand in my office, my promotion, you stand in my personal life, in our personal day-to-day life, wherever there is an obstacle, krodha will come, anger, and anger will delude us. Delusion will come. Some moha, when you get deluded, smriti bhramsa. I forgot, who am I? What is my dignity? What stature I have? I should not go so low. All this come. Some moha, smriti bhramsa. Your memory fails. And greatest memory, I am divine. I cannot be that me. I am infinite. I am full of compassion. I am full of love. I forgot all these characteristics. And then from moha, smriti bhramsa, buddhi nasa. Then our buddhi is the driving force of our life. Buddhi will be destroyed. It will be taking wrong direction. And in anger, feet of anger, people do. In the movie you see how they are throwing out the glass and vase and whatever they get. Pieces. Anger, frustration, buddhi. What is, you are destroying your own thing. You will not purchase tomorrow again. But what you are destroying, those beautiful furniture or anything you are destroying out of feet of anger, you will have to purchase again tomorrow because it is all gone. But all buddhi is gone. So buddhi nasa and buddhi nasa pramasya. When the buddhi goes away, intelligence, the decision, correct decision is not done. then it is a loss. And we are doing every day, forgetting our divine entity, being so much engaged into mundane things of life, and being engaged into that, anyone comes obstructing that, we are fit of anger and restlessness and disturbance comes, and it makes me a person subject to this evil. So, therefore, what is the lesson? Self-controlled person will then, while enjoying the various sense objects through the senses, which are disciplined and free from likes and dislikes, attain passivity of mind. Gita is not saying don't enjoy life. Enjoy life, but enjoy wisely. Keep your mind peaceful. So how? Only don't get so upset. Don't too much likes, too much dislikes. Get out of it. I like if I get, no? If I don't get, that's also okay. But don't be too rigid. I like it and I'll have to have it. So too much likes, that's an attachment. Again coming to the same question. Detach. With this attainment, this placidity, mind will be placid. All the sorrows will come to an end. Prasade sarvadukhanam hani rasu pujaya. When the mind will be peaceful, you are a happy person. Who is the happy person in the world? Not the moneyed person, not the beautiful person, not the rich person. Even this person who has nothing, many people love this. I just referred to this story about the Emperor Alexander. He went to see India and he was taken to see what is called monk. And he saw that one monk in the Himalayas lying in the rocks. What position? He has nothing. Only one loin cloth, bare body, smearing ashes on the body. He is lying down in a rock. And then Alexander went and saw the unique personality in this deep cold. He has no craving for anything. He is not asking any, begging for anything. But he is so peaceful and joyful, and he is lying down in the rock, on the rock. Then he said, "Sir, I am very impressed with your this life and how peaceful you are. So I want you to come to my palace, and I will take you to my palace." And then what he said, the holy man, he got mad. He said, "Get out of my way. I am in sunbath and you are disturbing me." And then, after all, Alexander is the emperor, so he got mad. I am the king, I am the emperor, and he happens to tell me, responding this way when I am politely asking him to come, and he is responding that way. Then okay, he took out his sword. Just, no, I can kill you. And that holy man burst into laughter. Ha ha ha. And he said, "What? You kill me? You liar. You, Alexander, you are a liar. You do not know. Neither the sword cannot cut, fire cannot burn, water cannot make it soaked, air cannot dry. You can kill my body. I am Atman, ever free." And seeing that response, Alexander was struck with wonder. What power, what strength. That is the strength what Gita gives us. Your own dignity. Body comes and body goes. Body is under all the time some changes happening every split second. And you are not the same person when 1 hour ago we started our discussion. We have all changed. Emotionally, intellectually, bodily, everything has changed. But I think I am the same guy. No, I am not. So what are you wanting to hold on? Your body, your mind has changed. Your understanding is changing. My understanding has changed. Every split second, everything is changing. Hold on to that which is unchanging. And then unchanging is our real self. And that is the Brahma Sthiti. And Brahma Sthiti means that is Brahman and that is our real nature. And to live in the life and fight with the situations at the same time.
detach. Thank you all.
Thank you, Swamiji, for that wonderful talk. I think we are out of time for questions, so we'll leave the questions for later on when Swamiji gives his lecture. I want to give Swamiji a little break to catch his breath and drink some water, so we'll close our session now. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityo ma amritam gamaya. Om Shantihi 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 Harihi Om. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from the finite to the infinite. Peace be unto us and unto all beings.